How do you shoot in manual exposure with a Nikon D5000 camera? Instead of using the auto or the program setting, we are going to use the manual setting, which you will adjust on the round dial at the top of the camera. Next, you will push the button, the on and off, the silver button near the on and off switch to turn on the back of the screen. You're going to see that the exposure right now is 1/80th of a second. And we are going to change the shutter speed with the dial, as you can see I'm doing right there. That's changing it to a faster shutter speed. You'll see that it goes up to a very high shutter speed. You'll also notice that right now the aperture is set at f/25. The top speed is 4000. Now we're going to go in the other direction. I turn it to the left and you can see that the exposure gets longer. That's 1/8 of a second, 1/5 of a second, and so on. The bulb setting, which you'll see at the very end, means that it will stay in exposure mode as long as you hold down on the button. Okay, you can see that's 20 seconds, 25, 30 seconds, and then the bulb setting. Now, in order to change the aperture, we push the plus and minus button at the top of the camera and then change the dial, as you see there. The index finger is holding onto the plus and minus button at the very top. You have to push that down in order to change the aperture. So you push that down while you're changing the dial there, and you'll see that it changes the aperture 29, 25, 22. Notice the shutter speed is staying the same. You see, with this particular lens, it will go down to 4.5 at that shutter speed setting. So right now it's 1/60th of a second at f4.5. Now we're going to learn how to look at our exposure meter in our camera. Okay, so what we're going to do here is look at our settings. Well, that's showing you how you adjust the different shutters and aperture, but right now it says that our shutter is 1/50th, the f-stop is 20. You can see on the right hand side there's a minus. That means it's very underexposed. When you go to the 0, that means it's a perfect exposure. If you go to the left, that means that you have too much light. So this is a very overexposed picture, and if you go back and set that to the 0, that means you have a perfect exposure. So our good exposure there would be 1/50th of a second at f11. You can see how the plus and minus works. You just need to adjust it so that it goes right to the 0, and then you have a good exposure. You can adjust either the shutter or the aperture in order to get the perfect exposure, and that's really all there is that you need to do to control your f-stop and your shutter speed in a manual mode on this type of camera. Good luck with your photography.